Go.
All right, welcome you guys to Social Media Hacks. Today we are going to go over some tips for you to help you do social media in this insane market. I know it's really busy here for us, and so I just want to share with you guys some things that you could do. Some of the stuff will be basic, some of the stuff is intermediate. Please make this your session. Please comment and send chat messages, and we can kind of go as high level as you want to go. So I'm just going to share my screen. Oh, Gina, I need you to let me share screen.
Did I not do that?
All
There you
right.
go.
So I'm just going to hit present. Sorry. Good old Zoom. All right. So today we're going to be talking about social media hacks. Just a little bit about me for those of you who don't know who I am. I'm actually located in Canada, so it's nice and snowy here today. And I am a mom of 3 kids, and we have a family-focused business. We have 3 assistants, and between the 4 of us, we have 14 children. I was trained as a business coach with Tom Ferry, and I'm now a Real Academy instructor. And we're a top producing agent with an assistant team. So we helped about 77 home families last year, and we're on track to help more than 80 this year. So today we're going to talk about planning your social media calendar, distribution plan. We're going to talk a little bit about Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and LinkedIn, and tips and tricks and hacks to help you with just getting social media done, and some Q&A. So please feel free to ask questions. So distribution plan. I know a lot of realtors, we are all good with people, and maybe we're good, maybe not good with social media, but we're maybe not good at planning at all. So we kind of just, oh, I guess I'll just do a reel right now, or, oh, I'll just do a TikTok right now. A big thing that's helped us with the timing is just, you do have to plan, and then it helps you kind of take that time that you've committed to actually making that piece last longer. So pro tip, recycle your content. Film one video and repurpose it on all different social platforms. There are different tools that you can use on like apps to kind of cut things and take your YouTube video that you filmed, and you can take that app and cut it down, reformat it. You can use Canva as well to put it onto Instagram stories, onto Reels, onto LinkedIn, do teasers on Facebook, because Facebook and Instagram and LinkedIn, they don't want to watch long videos, although Instagram was trying to compete with that. Batch post and use a scheduler. So I have an assistant. If you don't have an assistant to help you with it, then batch posting would be a huge thing. So you can sit down once a week, once a month, and batch post everything. Save drafts. So for Reels, how I do Reels, because I'm so busy, I don't have time to just sporadically do a reel. I go through my Instagram and I like watch people's reels. I watch trending reels. I follow realtors who do cool reels, and then I just save it. Then when I'm ready to do a bunch, I go into my saved reels, and then I'll just literally just redo it. So when you're doing a realtor one, it's easy because you're just literally copying what they do. And it's not a bad thing because you're a different person. You are not that person. I mean, I would like to, I don't take reels from my same city. I do look at other cities and just copy those. Honestly, that's what TikToks and reels are all about, is just taking that and making your own. And then if you save it as a draft, you don't have to post it right away. So you could make like 3, 4, or 5. I usually have a couple in my saved drafts. So when my assistant tells me to put one up, I can put one up. We talked about R&D things that you like. So reels, videos, etc. And then use a planner. So whether it's paper or online, I would use a planner. I'll show you what we use. And then plan at least a month in advance. That helps you. We actually this year spent a day and planned our entire year's worth of content for our YouTube channels, our Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, everything's planned out. Now, obviously, even though it's planned out, doesn't mean we can't change it, right? Like the market's crazy now. I never expected that when we first planned everything. So we're adapting and changing and adjusting things, but at least we have like a general format done. Someone asked a question. Can you unmute yourself? Because when I'm doing presentations, it doesn't show me the question.
Oh, I just said R&D, rip off and duplicate.
Yes. Yes, that's what the R&D stands for. Exactly. So here's a case study of myself where we used a video on a community. It was a long form video on YouTube. And then we pushed it on to LinkedIn. And then if you see this one here, the white image with the black houses there, that's the Instagram. Because on our Instagram, we have, I'm a little OCD. So we have the white image and then the photography and then a white. So we changed all of our Instagram over to Reels, which I'll talk to you about in a second, but that's just to keep everything consistent. And then on Facebook, we talked and she uploaded there. So it's natively posted. I did not put a YouTube link on my Facebook or on my, like, it's all natively done. LinkedIn does really well with videos because there's not a whole lot of people putting videos on LinkedIn at all. It's like a very open platform for kind of getting yourself more seen. So on Facebook, we actually changed a lot of what we've done on Facebook. We used to post a lot on there, but we are only doing 1 to 5 times a week now. We don't do like a ton on Facebook. Facebook, we're using it for advertising, that kind of thing, because you can't obviously advertise your personal Facebook. So ideally, we like to tag businesses, provide information. I always say video, always video, like short form, long form, always do video if you can. And again, we repurpose things. So I have a couple of YouTube channels and our luxury channel, we still post it on this same Facebook page. Showcase your services and your and clients. So people want to check out your Facebook page almost like a business card, right? They're kind of scoping you out. It's like the new website. And a lot of people have moved away from Facebook, but I still think it's important to have some sort of presence on Facebook, and don't just have your listings, because people don't want to just see all your listings. They want to see who you are. So if they're looking at hiring you as a listing agent, well, you just got to think to yourself, why would they want to hire me based on what I'm showcasing them? So be intentional about Facebook. With Instagram, like I said, I want it to look a certain way. We converted everything over to Reels just in the summer of last year because Reels was what was doing better and getting more reaches. So you can see this one here, it started off with the white image and then it moved into this. So you can do all this on Canva. Oops. Sorry. I didn't realize all the sound was coming. So that's a testimonial that we did. And it's just literally Google review that my assistant redid as a reel. So Canva has the reel templates now. And then this is one of those reels that are trending.
How old are you? Where are you from? And another small business that you love to support.
So just really simple kind of thing that you can do. I saw that is trending. So you can see my drafts. I have some saved. And then it shows you like, sure, some of these are like 100, 300, but some of them are a couple thousand. It just depends on the reel. I have weird ones that I don't understand why they do well. But the big thing is that you do end up showing up in the search. So when people are in reels, I've had comments from my sphere. I mean, like, I see you everywhere. Because when they go into reel section, they might not be in the profile or the feed, they might be in the reels, and they'll see your face and they'll see the reels. So I think it's really important if you want to be seen to do that. I do have a personal Instagram and I have a real estate Instagram. I know some people just do one. I don't think there's a right or wrong. I think it's just a matter of what you can sustain. If you don't have one, just stick with one for now. Don't go crazy. We started a separate real estate one initially because I had a team Instagram with a team of agents, but now it's just myself. So I just customize it back to like myself, but more the real estate side. And my personal one is literally mostly personal. And then the odd reel. Now you can collaborate. So I don't know if you know that, but when you tag a reel, you can, it says invite collaborator. And then you invite that other account, and then that reel will actually show up on both yours and the other person's Instagram. So you'll get organic reach on both of them. So I do that sometimes to just randomly have a reel on my personal Instagram. And I have also a luxury home Instagram as well. And that's to do with our new YouTube channel that we have just for luxury listings. So that also sometimes randomly shows up on either the realtor one or my personal one, just to kind of, it's a different reach and different group of people. Again, frequency, we post about 3 to 6 times a week. Less is more with Instagram. I find that when you post too much, it doesn't really like you. The system doesn't like you. I think people get kind of annoyed, but if you post like once a week, you're totally fine. And Reels is definitely the ideal thing. And we do still do Insta stories just to kind of do behind the scenes and kind of feature our listings. And we use that so we don't wreck our grid. So for Instagram, here's an idea for you. If you're looking for an easy way to plan your grid, you know how there's 3 sections. You can have one whole grid section would be all educational stuff. So this could be, what is a buyer agreement? What is a seller agreement? Why would I sign that? What does pending mean? What does escrow mean? What does whatever mean? That's the educational part. The second part would be inspirational. So this is something motivational, and pick something that's personal to you. So in terms of, you know, if you are someone who likes to work out or likes to go to the, like, run. I have a realtor friend who likes to run all the time. Put something to do with that. Why do you run? Why do you work out? And it allows people to get to know you on that kind of personal end. If you like motivational quotes, but make it personal, because if you just put a random motivational quote, it doesn't necessarily make sense with your brand. Then the third row of the grid, you could do entertainment posts. That's Reels, right? You can do Reels as educational as well too, right? You could do one that is specifically on like how not to show your house, and then a whole bunch of features. I did that one time and that went really well, but that's kind of what you call edutainment. So it's educational and entertainment. The entertainment are just have fun with the Reels and let people again get to know who you are. For YouTube, the purpose is to provide information to clients. YouTube is an amazing source that people can go back to. So all your work that you've done on YouTube will pay you dividends years down the road. And I can speak to this personally because I started a YouTube channel about 6 years ago. It wasn't the greatest. We got some good tips in the last couple of years, and it really took off from 100 to 1,000 subscribers. So you can check out our YouTuber Realtor class that I did. That went all into what I did there. But there's videos, like I was on vacation at Christmas. I wasn't prospecting. I wasn't making phone calls, and my email and my private messages and my phone kept going off because they were watching my videos and they wanted to reach out to me and they wanted to buy a house with me. I wasn't even doing anything. And I'm still to this day, like I get regular, consistent business. So when you're first starting YouTube, we definitely recommend once a week consistently. I know there's some thoughts, different video thoughts in our real world where we talk about quality over quantity. So there's a whole nother conversation, but the informational type of YouTube channel that I had, it was all about consistency and building up that followership. And it was once a week, ideally 8 minutes or longer. As you produce videos, you can look at your analytics and see if people are dropping off at a certain point or if you should try longer. I found the longer you made it, a lot of people watch about 50%. So if it's 4 minutes, it's only 2 minutes. If it's 8 minutes, they watch maybe 4 minutes. Then you want people to watch longer because YouTube wants them there. They don't care if they're watching your videos. They just want those people watching YouTube to be there as long as possible. And then YouTube rewards you. So when YouTube sees that that person sat on your YouTube channel for 4, 10, 20 minutes, they'll start putting you in front of more people. And title, description, keywords, and tags are all really important parts of making sure YouTube is done properly. So again, for a social media hack tag, how would you get this done? We use Trello and we plan out all of our content. And what we did was have buckets. So each week was a different theme. So it helped us at the beginning figure out what to do. So the first week was always a community video. Second week was always market stats in terms of what was happening real estate wise. And then the third week, we would do something to do with the city. And the fourth week was a relocation. We get a lot of relocation people watching. So we do cost of living. That's a really hot topic. Pros and cons of, I did pros and cons of living in Edmonton in the summer, pros and cons of living in Edmonton in the winter. And then whatever works well, just keep redoing it, right? Joe's nodding his head. Yep, it's true. For LinkedIn, the purpose here I find is establish yourself as a professional. I know that lots of agents try to add each other. And I know as real agents, it obviously could serve a purpose, but I don't like to put realtors on. I put on business affiliates that are in my area. So for example, If I have, I don't know, local businesses that you're following on social media, like a baker or a marketer company or whatever, a cleaning company, that kind of stuff, put yourself in there. I would recommend going through your sphere list and finding your sphere on LinkedIn. People go to LinkedIn usually for business purposes and to connect professionally. So it's kind of nice to have your sphere in here, because then you can see. I find that LinkedIn is like a good place to be professional, and you're able to actually talk about your business and educate people. We didn't post a whole lot. I just figured, because we are, again, recycling our content, it was like, hey, we already have this video. Let's just throw it on here. And again, I got comments from peers, Sphere, when I saw them in person, saying, I see you everywhere. And then I'm like, how could they see me everywhere? I don't pay for ads. And then I realized, you know what? They're following me on LinkedIn. They're following me on all these social channels. That's why they're seeing it. And video, again, LinkedIn likes video too. It gets pushed out. So I do promote and sell myself like a little bit in there, but it's the biggest promotion is the fact that I'm just talking about what we're doing. And sometimes I'll throw up a listing video on there. I especially like to share the luxury videos. Like if you don't have a luxury listing, I'm sure that if you talk to a luxury listing agent, they'll allow you to go into that property. It's free advertising for them. We did that for our channel. I don't have all luxury listings, and they let us film video in there, long form and short form. And you can go to show homes. It just shows people that you're busy. One thing I did learn. Oh, sorry, what?
Go to a builder too. They're more than willing to let you do whatever you want.
Yeah, builders love having agents in. And also, something I learned at a social media class that I just took locally that was put on by a marketing company here in Edmonton was share milestones in your personal life. It's actually changing LinkedIn a little bit. Like you don't usually see a whole lot of personal on LinkedIn, and obviously it needs to be appropriate. But so share, like, let's say you had a wedding anniversary, sharing that just kind of brings a little bit of that personal element into a very business type of platform, and it just makes you stand out. So that's something that they were talking about, they were starting to see the trend move towards that direction. So closer look for implementation, I time block. So my calendar is kind of gong show. It has like time blocks for appointments, and has time blocks for appointment office time, and it has time blocks for social post planning, and also my meetings with my marketing assistant. That's how I get things done. If I don't plan it, it doesn't happen. I'm sure you guys have so many appointments right now with buyers trying to show houses before they come off the market, or trying to get listings so that you can sell a house. So if I don't block that time off for social media, it doesn't happen. And you want to make sure that you're still in front of people's faces. So we do that. I had outsourcing for, like, you could do a virtual assistant or you could do in-house, but you don't always have to be doing everything. I know that Instagram now has organic scheduling, so does Facebook. So you can use schedulers, obviously, like I mentioned earlier. Team leveraging. So if you have a team, ask your team members to post. Ask them to share and ask them to collaborate. You can use that. Tell them, okay, this week for this month, where our theme is, how to get a house, how to buy a house at the same time as selling your house when the market's so hot, or pick a different theme. Just find something that resonates with you guys. And then that way you guys can share back and forth and collaborate, and just make sure you're on the same page for purpose. More social media hacks, use trending topics. So I find that when you use, I found that when I was creating reels from scratch, it took me so long. But once I started just going into other people's and, like Joe said, rip off and duplicate, that helped me a lot, because then all I had to do was do that. You can save audio too. Like, let's say you find a reel that you go, oh, you know what? I can change that to a realtor type one. Then, do that instead, right? Search for topics being searched on Google for blog posts and video ideas. There's keywords everywhere is a really good tool, and it's so cheap, and you just pay for it and start typing and see what people are searching. There's lots of different platforms out that you can actually search. You can go to Google and actually Google it for like top trending topics. They have that. There's Ask Jarvis. There's actually a few different places to look at what topics are actually being searched, and then that's what you should actually focus on for blog content or video ideas. Of course, think about questions that your clients always ask you and write those down. Again, I use Trello to kind of be a brain dump. So when I'm out and I think of an idea, I'll just go in there, open it and say real ideas, and I'll just put some ideas for reels or videos for the future. Less is more when posting, focus on video. So if you have to choose what you want to do because you don't have enough time, then do video. If you have time to do images and text posts, sure, but you can see here what is going on in terms of interaction. And I know lives used to be a lot higher and they've dropped quite a bit. I still do them. I do it as a virtual open house. I figured, again, I'm a big proponent of multitasking. So if I'm at the house for doing photos anyways, I'm going to shoot some Instagram stories. I'm going to take some photos and save them in my phone. I'm going to do a Facebook Live. Like, I'm already there. And I've had some agents actually tell me this week that they think I'm so busy and I must just be doing listings, which is funny because I help buyers also, but I like to feature listings and I want to get more in the listings focus. So obviously my marketing is working. So just focus on what makes the most sense. If you have limited time, then just do videos. If you don't have time to do long form videos, then do reels and TikToks. Those are really quick. You can see here the product daily active users. You've got Facebook and Messenger are huge. Instagram stories is still pretty big, and WhatsApp and Snapchat. I don't know why people are still on there, but this is from 2019. And then this is, I thought this was a fun little thing. The average attention span of a human in the year 2000 is 12 seconds. And the average attention span of a human now is 8 seconds. And the average span of a goldfish is 9 seconds. So I think it's actually lower now, our attention span. It's lower than a goldfish. So when you think about when you're doing reels and whatnot, don't overthink it. Just do something quick and fun. People are going to forget about it anyways. So you're just going to blast it up there and then get it done. Take that time to plan your social media so that you have a consistent social media presence, and just make sure that people are getting to know who you are. And the big thing for me, like for hacks, is like you need to plan. That's going to be your best bet. Even if it's just once a week, plan once a week what you're going to be doing. So that is all for today. But do you guys have any questions or want to add anything?
I'm trying to think here. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Oh, hi. I'm Lisa. I'm here in Calgary. So
Oh, hi.
Canadian content. Woohoo!
Yay.
So when you're talking about, you mentioned in the YouTube title, description, keywords and tags. So what would you consider the difference between a keyword and a tag? Like tag is hashtag on it, or?
No, on YouTube, they have tags options that you can put in.
Oh.
And keywords are like, so the keywords everywhere that I was talking about, when you look that up, it tells you what keywords are actually being searched. And those are words you're supposed to be actually saying in your video, and it should be in the description. You also don't want it to be like some loaded keywords thing either. Like you don't want to like read a whole bunch of keywords because it sounds so disingenuous. But yeah, you do want to like make sure that's said so that you're actually being searched, because Google listens to the videos too.
Oh, I didn't know that. Interesting.
Yeah.
Good. Oh, okay.
Google and YouTube are together.
Yes, of course. They're under the same umbrella. Interesting. I did not know that they listened. I thought that their AI only pulled out the keywords.
Yeah, well, I'm sure AI is the one that's listening, not actually a person.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's like the same. Hey, I know. But it's like when you're on Facebook and you click on one thing and then, or you're talking in a room and the next thing you know, it shows you. So they're listening. So they're obviously looking at
all listening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, excellent. No, awesome. I got a lot of little nuggets here today. So
awesome.
I want to do more video, but I hate doing it. I want to be the Celeste. Can I be the Celeste Barber of real estate, or the Joan real estate? Because seriously, oh God, help us.
Well, Joe just did a TikTok before this thing started.
Oh yeah?
It gets easier. Like I used to hate being on camera, but
Okay.
then last year I just got serious. I was like, you know what? I'm seeing all these people. Like I've been friends with Jeremy Knight for years, and I see all the success that he's having with YouTube, and Karen Carr and Brad McCallum and all them. I was like, I hate video, but like I love the idea of not having to pay for business, and I love the idea of business of coming to me while I'm sleeping at night. So I just kind of sucked it up, and now like because I've been doing it consistently. Like I do a YouTube video a week, every single week, except I took like a month and a half off over Christmas.
Right.
But it's the same thing. It's just, it gets easier with time. And then like Melody said earlier in the class here that she just gave is R&D it, rip off and duplicate. Like if I'm struggling for content, I'll go on Jeremy's channel or I'll go on somebody else's channel that's somewhere else in the country, and I'll find a recent video that they did that's hit well and has a ton of views on it. And I'll watch their videos. And if it's something that relates to my video or to my market, I mean, I'll just remake the video in my own words, designed for my market, and just run with it. And they tend to take off doing that.
Right.
Yeah.
Do you guys do your own, or do you guys have somebody shooting for you?
So the beginning of my video on the YouTube channel that Living in Edmonton for Families, I use this. Oops, can't see it. I just use my phone.
Yeah, I did.
I didn't even have your setup. Like I have a better setup now, but I literally just stood in front of my office with the phone and a good mic. And it was it's an iPhone 10. It's not even that good of an iPhone anymore, but I didn't want to get into all you can get all wrapped up in like buying the right lighting and I'm just going to do the phone. I took Karen's class. That was the biggest thing that changed my business. And Karen started off also with the phone. And that's what I could relate to, because I'm like, I just need to start doing it and then get more comfortable. If you look at some of my old videos, I hired some professional people to help me with the market stats ones. Oh my gosh, my eyes are fluttering because I'm thinking and talking at the same time. I'm all washed out. One time I look like I'm orange because I think I came back from a vacation, and like these are horrible, but they sit there on YouTube. And so they continue to give you business. And some of the videos I have, I'm so embarrassed because I had a non-wireless mic hooked up to my phone. And so you can see this wire like sticking out on here. And Brad says to me, Melody, you need to get a better mic. Because Brad is like the extreme of like high level production. Like no one can touch him on production. I don't want to be Brad because that's insane. I don't have time to do that. But I did, inspired by Brad, I did update all of my equipment, because I helped 18% of my business last year came from YouTube. And so I was like, you know what, this is low-lying fruit if I just up my game of quality, right? Oh, you got the 360.
No, this is, I talked about this in a class the other day. This is the DJI Pocket 2 with the Creator. It's like the Creator combo or something. So it comes with a bunch of extra stuff. Yeah. It shoots in 4K. It's tiny. I could take it everywhere. But I started like
some really good angles too.
Yeah, and it's a gimbal, so like there's no bouncing around on it. It comes with like a little wireless microphone. Yeah, that's Bluetooth that connects to it. But like I started with just my cell phone. I graduated to that, so I take that anytime I'm out of my house. But I mean, here in my house, I have a full studio setup.
Right.
And I just hook that camera right up to my computer. And I record using OBS right on my computer.
Oops. I was going to show you my video setup now. It's like, I don't have that much room. So this is my little background. I made two backgrounds. I made this one. Okay. The other one's not ready. So it's a bit of a mess. There's the other one. And I have lights. So I turn everything off. So then now I have like lights that light up. And then this is on YouTube. I talked about this in my YouTuber realtor class. So I got like moving or packing blankets for the sound. I've got one on the floor and one up here. And then this like thing, it's called the One Stand. So it's like a light and a thing to hold my camera. I bought the Sony ZV-E10, and Tim Macy and a bunch of people, like a lot of bloggers use that camera. And so that's what I use now. So the quality is like much nicer because of that, but it definitely was something that I just worked up to. Just start with your camera on your phone. You have that. You carry it around all the time, right?
Yeah, I did a market update last month for January, but I'm telling you, the way that the market is here in Calgary, I think I have to do a market update every 3 days. It's so freaking crazy.
When we had the first lockdown for COVID, I actually did once a week updates, Facebook Live. just to let people know what was going on.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
I found it kind of more difficult to do though, as things got busier, because
Yes.
you're like, when am I going to have time for this? So again, you have to make it an appointment in your calendar. Like you wouldn't cancel on your client, right? So just put it as an appointment and then
Yeah, that's a
then
good
how it
idea.
goes.
Yeah, it's just finding content, I mean, it's.
There's so much content out there.
Oh, I know.
Just start following realtors. Go look at my YouTube channel. Like I'm happy for you to copy.
Yeah, I'm going to do the rip off and duplicate is definitely in the cards.
Yeah.
And I even myself is so funny. I was doing a video the other day. I ended up deleting it because I went on a rant about how much I hate Toronto realtors right now. So I said, "Oh no."
Okay, well, yeah, maybe be careful with what you're saying. Well,
Heidi, I have a question.
Yep, sure.
You mentioned, hi, I'm Christina. You mentioned something earlier about you took a class with Karen, someone.
Karen
is that
Carr.
Is that a class that was offered on Real or?
She's a realtor, but she also has a course as well. I can send you the link if you'd like.
Thank you.
Yeah, just maybe, can you find me on Workplace and then I'll send you the link?
Okay, will do.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Anybody else?
Yes, I have a question.
Oh, hello.
That Instagram account, kind of going back to that, should that Instagram account can it be a personal account or should it be a business account? I'm just trying to get two different perspectives. I know what I'm going to do, but you can set it two ways, personal or for business. I'm kind of leaning toward just leave it personal.
So are you talking about content or are you talking about the account itself?
Exactly, the structure of the account.
So I would personally do business because there's analytics on business. There's no analytics on personal.
Analytics.
You could do a creator account, account or a business account. Those two will have the analytics so you can see what people are doing. And you want to see where you're like, once you start posting regularly, you want to go back and see what's working for you, what's not, where are people kind of engaging with you. But if you just do a pure personal account, you won't have any of those analytics.
Okay, you can't run ads on a personal account if that's the case, if you can't get the analytics. So it has to be creator. So if it's a creator account or a business account, creator account, I can run ads on a creator account. Yes. A creator page.
You should be able to. And also there's different music options for your reels.
With creator option, then over personal option.
Yeah, so for when the music first came out, the business one was not as good as the creator account. I think they've changed it now so that it is all kind of more similar across the board. But again, like you can kind of, a hack for that is just, like I said, save someone's audio and then you can use whatever audio you want.
Okay, so
you know how to save audio?
I could figure it out, but
like you literally just click on the reel that you're watching. And then let me just go in here right now and see. So if I go into a reel and then there's a 3 dots at the bottom and you can click save. But you also can do, see, I'm on my personal account, so that one doesn't work. So when you're in there as in a business account and you're looking at reels, you can actually say use audio. So there's a song at the bottom. It says the name of the song. So it says, I love you forever always. I click the song and then it says save audio at the top, or else it says use audio. When you click use audio, it means you can just use it right away. Save audio just puts it into your saved stuff in the top right-hand corner that you can kind of pull back up when you're ready to do audio. Okay, so personal account, that's not an option if you have a personal account. It has to be. No, you can do it. I just forgot where it was. Okay, but running ads, it has to be creator or business to get the analytics on it. Yeah, because I have a personal just because I had started a personal a long time ago, and then I had the business one for like the team purposes, and then I ended up changing it to like just Melody Realtor one, but I just left it separate because I have my assistant helps me run the business one. Right. So that's the thing too. If you have a personal, if you ever hire it out, do you want someone to log into your personal stuff, right? Like those direct messages, they'll be able to see as well. Exactly. Gotcha. Yeah. Thank you.
Pretty
Welcome.
insightful. Right.
Anything else from anyone?
That's pretty much. Thank you.
All right. Well, thanks so much for tuning in, guys. And if you're watching this after the fact, feel free to reach out to me at my contact info, and I'm happy to help wherever I can. Bye.
Bye. Thanks again.
No problem.
Goodbye.